I keep hearing from the left and the pro-Palestine crowd and some people on the right that just hate Jews. Don't you care about the innocent Palestinian civilians? And honestly, I know that this might be kind of a controversial thing to say, but not really. You know why? The 4 hostages that were rescued today were rescued from private homes among Gazan citizens. And that tells you something, all right? Now, I'm not saying that the Palestinian people are all bad, right? What I am saying is they're either retarded or they are okay with the fact that Hamas is holding hostages in their houses, right? Think about it this way. Let's say your downstairs neighbor is running a sex trafficking operation and you know about it, but you can't move because you're afraid that the sex traffickers will kill you and none of your neighbors will let you stay on their couch. So you just do nothing. Now, let's say that house gets raided and you die in the attack. Now, you weren't a sex trafficker, but you did nothing. Yeah, as long as those kids get saved, I don't give a fuck. Right? Does that make sense? Now, I get it. People are going to be like, oh, it's way more complex than that. And it kind of is, right? But it's important to remember that the Palestinian people elected Hamas. They elected a terrorist organization as their representative government, and Hamas enjoys over 70% support from the Palestinian people. So what you're talking about is the 30% of people that are basically stuck there, and they're hostages too, and I do feel bad for them. However, I believe that the population of that region is 2 million, and there's only 40,000 Hamas soldiers. So why is it that the 30,000 innocent Palestinians that don't support Hamas, or 30%, innocent Palestinians that don't support Hamas rise up and overthrow their own terrorist government? At a certain point, they should be held responsible for what's going on because they didn't do anything about it, right? Back to the analogy. If I'm the upstairs neighbor, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing something, right? I'm not going to listen to those kids getting raped and tortured and just go, well, there's nothing I can do. No. And the surrounding nations that won't take any of these Palestinians in, the neighbors who won't let them stay on their couches, why? Why? Because they're well aware that if they let them in, their house is next. So, I hope that clears things up. I don't give a fuck.